Hi, my name is Merlin. Today I'm gonna talk about what I learned today. So actually, yesterday I talked about like the question of reading a minimal Rust kernel, and so my first question was, what is firmware code? Because I have literally zero knowledge of operating system. So I was like, what is firmware code? And they say that it is like basic setup instructions. So it's like firmware code is the code that initiate into operating system like bootloader and other code, and it's stored in the motherboard like ROM, read only memory. So because this is the reason why it's stored in the motherboard ROM is because it is highly reliable. It can be rewritten. So, but the I think but what I asked ChatGPT about how about other modern thing, but mod in like traditional we use ROM, but like modern is we use flash disk. So this is it. And also I was questioning about I literally have uh no background of BIOS and UEFI. So what is so BIOS is just like is part of firmware. It's just like it's the one who wakes up the hardware component to check that works because when you're trying to use your laptop or some kind of computer, there should be input of your like keyboard or mouse, right? So BIOS is the one who checks it, and UEFI is modern replacement of the BIOS. It's a fresh. It's like there's a lot of advantage. Example, most representative example is faster boot time, and also, uh, and I so there was this sentence. It's saying that, but this wide compatibility is at the same time the biggest disadvantage of BIOS booting because it means that CPU is put into 16-bit compatibility mode called real mode before booting, so that arcade bootloaders from the 1980s would still work. So I was like, I don't get this sentence. I need more explanation. I need more explain of this disadvantage, and it's saying that BIOS start in the real mode called 16 compatibility, right? But when you're trying to use 32-bit or 64-bit environment, it's gonna be less compatible. So we don't use BIOS in the modern environment. So that is why we use UEFI. But a lot of like all the computer that use which use BIOS will be kind of the compatible if we're using it. And the flash memory is just type of storage that is like no volatile. I forgot that. Wait, it's the flash memory is just a type of storage. They unlike the RAM, when they're trying to power turn off the power, it still works. I mean like the memory is not gonna be gone. So also bootloader has to determine the location of the kernel image on the disk, and it loaded into memory, right? And I was like, yeah, I get the meaning of the bootloader, what it does, but how it determine the location of the kernel image on the disk and how it loaded into memory. And I was yeah, that was my question, but I asked ChatGPT and it's saying that so it uses file system initialization, but the one who trying to determine the location is the is you is the you have to put the code about trying to determine location. And memory map is blueprint of RAM, like details of the which memory takes place. And also the boot image is just like on is all the file that makes operating system to run. So it makes operating system run. So it's like boot image is like already been built in bootloader. So rather than bootloader, there's kind of a lot of components, a lot of code on it. And multi-boot is it allows having a multiple like operating system to select. For example, you have two operating system in your laptop and your operating system, and you can use like a multi-boot. So GNU GRUB is the most popular bootloader for the Linux, right? and yeah, this is it. So this is actually what I learned today, and so there was so many questions of like flash memory and like other thing, because I talk about this. I literally have zero knowledge of operating system. So I know there's like, I think I'm just gonna stop reading this. I no, I mean, I'm gonna keep on reading this, but I'm just gonna trying to read other documents for the bootloader or firmware code, because there's a lot of stuff I have to understand the background of it to make an operating system. No, to make a minimal kernel, Rust kernel. So yeah, this is it. Uh, so actually, I was not able to learn something today because there's a lot of things happen. But tomorrow is gonna be different because I'm going to my home, I'm going to my apartment, so there's gonna be a lot of time. So this is it. Bye bye.